Today I downloaded tons of unofficial LEGO instructions to build alternate Ninjago sets. Will these sets be better than the original, or just a waste of bricks? The first course of action was to grab all of the sets which I needed. These sets would have to be destroyed in order to rebuild them, so please do consider subscribing. And now the first set is... ready to go. This hurts my soul. To begin with, I had to turn the jungle dragon into something a bit more interesting. I searched for some alternate building instructions and came across some interesting ones, but one which particularly caught my eye. So I started breaking down the dragon into hundreds of pieces, and I think it's about time for me to give this a go. Oh god. The build I'd chosen honestly looked really great. This thing looks pretty good, but only time would tell if these unofficial instructions were actually worth it. Just look at this guy. So cute. I actually love this. The level of detail in this build was insane. He's got his nice little weapon here. Very snazzy. Dude's got thumbs. And look at these hips. They do not lie. But this set being unofficially designed meant that it would crumble at the slightest touch. Dude, this thing. Oh, why? Still worth it, sort of. But other than that, I was pretty happy with the end result and would honestly say that this alternate build was way better than the original. For the first alternate set, not too bad. It was now time to rebuild the second set. I wanted to try and rebuild the Stormbringer set. You see this dragon here? Boring. Now in order to improve this set, I'd need some instructions that were a bit less dragony and that didn't look like this. It's also missing a leg, so I kind of don't feel quite as bad about this. And stay down, idiot. I broke down the entire set, and before long, I've got the parts ready, the instructions up. I'm praying that these instructions are better than the original. Whilst I didn't particularly love the original set, I now had a chance to improve upon it using unofficial instructions because the design I'd found had some serious potential. I've just about finished the body of this set, and honestly, this thing's gonna be insane. And after finishing off the build and attaching the set's new limbs, I grabbed the minifigures. And there we go. This is out of this world. Just look at this thing. This is like 1,000,000 times better than the actual set. You see this thing on display and you just know that person is better than you. I was beyond thrilled with this set. The only issue is the legs look kind of weird and this whole top bit here feels a bit unnecessary. Okay, look, maybe this mech wasn't nearly as good as I actually thought it was, but it was still a slight improvement. Now all of my Ninjago sets are either one of three things: a temple, a dragon, or a vehicle. But after searching for some brand new builds, I came across a set of instructions which would combine Star Wars and Ninjago to create something brand new. This next set, I am beyond excited for. I've got the Earth Driller and the Stone Warrior, which has seen better days. I had incredibly high hopes for this next alternate build because from the images I'd seen, goodbye fellas, this was going to be more than worth it. Here we go, I guess. Let's get into it. I began with breaking down the set into individual pieces. All of the parts are here, the instructions are ready, and I'm feeling good. I really hope this works. But I still wasn't sure that I'd have all of the parts that I needed, but I kept going anyway. So I'm a decent chunk of the way through. And this thing, man, you have 5 seconds to guess what it is. This set was a huge risk that I wasn't all too sure about. I have no idea if you were right, but well done if you were. The instructions for this set attempted to turn Cole's Earth Driller into the Razor Crest, a £120 set which I've always wanted. Except now I could get it for only £45. These instructions were incredibly clear and cohesive, making my build experience very, very easy. Except this part of the set here just physically doesn't fit. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But after rearranging some pieces and adding some finishing details to the set, I'm gonna put the last part in, and there we go. Oh my god! I have no idea how they did this. It's got the engine, the turret, a cockpit which opens. What the hell? Needless to say, I was very pleased with the outcome for this alternate build that now meant that I had 3 successful transformations. Each and every one of these is fantastic and better than what LEGO could do with the same parts. You've got a fantastic Ninjago golem that looks like a Bionicle set. You've got a dragon mech for Jay with a cockpit. And of course, the craziest Ninjago mock that anybody could ever make. What the hell is wrong with you? How do you do this? So fellas, I'm inspired. Now, I wanted to try rebuilding a Ninjago set of my own. I reckon the Woo's Battle Dragon could do with a bit of alteration. I'm gonna rot in hell. Woo's Battle Dragon is a fantastic set, so trying to improve it was gonna be no easy task. I'm feeling so many emotions right now. I began with breaking down the set one final time, which was incredibly painful. painful, but had to be done. So I've got the entire set broken down, and I reckon what I'm gonna do is try and build a mech of some kind. Although, there are tons of alternate builds for this set already, so I've got to make this worthwhile. The first thing for me to try and build was the mech's body. About 13 minutes down, and I've about got the torso done. Now, this set being a dragon, I wanted to include some dragon-like elements, but it's not going particularly well. And with not long remaining, I think I'm just gonna leave them out. I wasn't 100% sure that I'd have everything I needed to finish this. This is gonna be close. Let's put Woo in here, and there we go. I think it looks reasonably decent. Some nice posable arms here with some fingers. Some incredibly skinny legs that mean it's near impossible to make this thing stand up, which is a feature, not a bug. Compared to the other alternate builds though, I don't know if it's better than the original. I took a picture of my alternate build and posted it on Twitter. People seem to be pretty mixed as to whether or not they think mine was better or the original, which is, I can see why they would say that. But now all I'm left with is a ton of spare parts everywhere and loads of holes in my shelf where the sets have been. But also some absolutely incredible alternate builds. Now this is where it's at. 3 boys together at last. I am so awesome and better than you. Just look at this. And if you actually want to build this set, I'll leave a link to the instructions in the description. Apart from this one, because why the hell would you want to build this?